Hello everybody, I'm Ali, and in this video we'll talk about the fundamental principles of professional ethics. According to APES 110, it is the responsibility of every member of the accounting profession to act in the public interest. This means the accountants, auditors, and other professionals need to be mindful of how their actions affect their clients, the government, employees, investors, the business community, and others who rely on their work. The fundamental principles are listed in APES 110, and they are integrity, objectivity, professional competence in UK, confidentiality, and professional behavior. In the next few slides, I'll be explaining in details what these terms mean. Integrity means that all members of the professional bodies must be straightforward and honest with their clients. The details of this can be found in the subsection 111 of the APES 110. It is very important for the auditor, as they are working on their client's premises, that if they come across something that is not correct or needs further investigation, then they are straightforward in discussing that issue with their client. An auditor should not be associated with any reports or other communications that are false, misleading, or recklessly unprepared. Integrity is also supported by ethical principle of respect for other persons. Objectivity can be found in subsection 112 of the APES 110. This means auditor does not allow personal feelings or prejudices to influence their professional judgment. That is, the auditor needs to be unbiased and not allow conflict of interest or conflict of interest of herself or himself or others to override their objectivity. The auditor needs to maintain an impartial attitude when auditing a financial report. Objectivity becomes particularly important as auditor needs to draw some conclusions about the client's financial statements. Therefore, it is important for the auditor to remain unbiased. The next fundamental principle is professional competence in UK. This can be found in subsection 113 of the APES 110. This means that every member of the accountancy profession should maintain knowledge and skill at a level required by the professional bodies. When it comes to professional competence, members must attain and maintain knowledge and skills needed to ensure clients receive competent professional service reflecting up-to-date technical and professional standards and the law. Therefore, members need to be up to date with changes in regulations and standards. Members need to continue education and work experience. Members need to act diligently in accordance with technical professional standards, and the law means taking care to complete each task thoroughly, document all work, and finish on timely basis. This is particularly important with audits because auditor will have very strict time deadlines that they must meet in order to complete all their work so that the report can be lodged with the client on time. Confidentiality is another important fundamental ethical principle. This can be found in subsection 114 of APES 110. This means the auditor must refrain from disclosing information to people outside the workplace. So whatever the auditor has learned as a result of their employment, they are not permitted or allowed to discuss with outsiders. There is an exception, and that is if there is a legal requirement to disclose, and that sometimes happens. For example, where a court case may be in progress, and the auditor may be required to provide evidence. But generally, for any other circumstances, the auditor is not allowed to use this confidential information to their advantage or the disadvantage of another person. So, for example, if you are an auditor and gain some information regarding your client's shares, then you're not permitted to use that information to trade shares. Professional behavior is the fifth principle. This can be found in subsection 115 of the APES 110. This means the auditor needs to comply with the rules and regulations and do not engage in activity that could harm the reputation of the profession. Auditor should not be claiming to provide services where they do not have the qualifications or experience. Auditor also, again, it is a reminder they need to be careful that they must not disparage others to make false comparisons to work to the work of others. These are the five fundamental principles of professional ethics that you need to be familiar with. What I would recommend is that you go over your notes and listen or watch this video again, and you need to be able to apply these ethical principles to real scenarios. The next video, we will talk about the auditor independence. Thank you.